Hello everyone, it's Fiona from Yellow Brick Road, St Mary's, and it's Mortgage Monday. Hope you've all had a great weekend. Today I'm going to discuss investment research houses, otherwise known as investment property groups. And I'm going to do it over 2 weeks. Today I'm going to talk about it, and next week I've got someone coming in to discuss it with me as well. So what is an investment property group? Okay, well, if you want to purchase an investment property, you can go to a real estate agent. You can go to a buyer's agent where they charge a fee for the service, or you can go to an investment research house. Now, what happens here is you tell them how much you want to purchase a property for, and they go and they research the market big time from top to bottom. They get all the stats for you. You find out affordability, employment in the area, infrastructure, all of that stuff, demographics. They'll have all of this information for you to assist you with choosing the property that you want. All right, so you don't have to do the research, they do it for you and they present it and you decide. Now, how do I find a reputable one? What I recommend that you do is, of course, we always go to Google. So find some companies that you have heard about, speak to friends and family. Word of mouth is always a strong indication of whether or not they're good. Google reviews. And if you decide that there are a couple that you are genuinely interested in, meet up with them. It's like finding a broker. You need to trust them and to click. So go to a couple of investment property groups and see what they're offering, see what their structure is, how they do things, and if that suits you. So that's what I think. What to be aware of. Now, this is probably the most important thing I'm going to talk about today in regards to investment property groups. I've had a few clients in the past that have been burnt and they weren't aware of these things, so I think it might help you going forward. First of all, one thing I absolutely highly recommend my clients is if you're going to purchase through an investment property group, make sure there's a finance clause in the contract of sale. All right? So if you're going to put a deposit down, make sure it says in the contract subject to finance. So if you don't get the finance for this property, then you don't lose your deposit. All right? Very important. Also, ask your investment property group, what's the supply? Now, when I say what's the supply, I mean in 5 years or so, how's it looking in the way of building and construction? So I've bought a property and 2 doors down, they're building a 10-story apartment block next door. Of course, that will make it difficult for my house to be rented and it could reduce the value, just like that. And it's information that I would want to know. So if they're not prepared to offer you the supply information, it's really important to know forecasting when it comes to properties and property investments. If they're not prepared to give you that information, keep searching because it's important information to know. Investment property groups don't charge a fee, all right? What happens is they receive the property from the builder or the developer directly. So there's no middleman, there's no real estate agent. So they receive commissions from the sale of the property that you're buying. That's the only money that they take. Lastly, in regards to what to be aware of, if you find an investment research group that offer to handle everything for you in regards to the transaction, just be aware, all right? So if they offer you a solicitor, and a financial planner and a mortgage broker in-house, it seems to me that it could be a conflict of interest. I think that if you're going to purchase an investment property, it's really important that you have an independent broker, an independent planner, and a solicitor, so that they look at things from a third-party perspective. It protects you as well. So that's it with investment research houses. First of all, what they do is they source the property for you with all the information that they've researched, and you decide the one you want. You find a reputable one by word of mouth, by Google, by meeting up with a few of them to find the right one for you. And the things you need to be aware of, the financial clause, finding out if they advise you of the supply in the area in years to come, and if they offer to handle everything. So basically, just know that ultimately you do the research on the area as well yourself. So you found investment property groups, just research the area and make sure you feel comfortable with the purchase ultimately. So that's it from me this week. Next week, I said, as I mentioned before, Jared's going to be coming in from Meridian, Australia, and he's going to have some insight for you as well. So that's it from me this week. Have a good one.